The intricate beauty of Honiton lace, endorsed by royalty, a tradition that dates back to the early 16th century. Once an important cottage industry in East Devon, it's kept alive today by enthusiasts like Pat Perryman.
Somebody described it once as painting with threads. I think it's the freedom of it, the artistic, the sort of designs. You kind of get carried away, don't you, Val? You're kind of like in another little world, really.
She's demonstrated and taught the techniques of using pairs of bobbins for nearly 40 years. Forget jewellery, Honiton lace was the must-have bling of the 18th century for high fashion, painstakingly made by the women in surrounding villages.
And the lace, of course, was then collected from the whole area, and it was taken to London and sold it to the fashion industry. You showed your wealth in those days by the quality and quantity of your lace, not by your jewellery. If you were posh enough to go to tea with Queen Victoria, she insisted you wore Honiton lace either on your head or a collar, because she was very, very keen on promoting the industry.
Historians believe it was that royal connection that saved Honiton lace from dying out. Yet soon the West Country would become famous too for mass production.
Well, this is what killed the cottage industry, industrialisation. Yet even now, the same machinery is being used for a thriving industry.
Factory manager Trevor Larkham inspects these old machines at the Swisstulle factory near Chard with pride. They're producing high-quality 21st century fabrics exported worldwide. Parachute material, netting for wigs, other medical uses, anti-radar sheeting and projection material for special effects.
These machines were seen as villains years ago for breaking down a cottage industry, but now they've certainly got their place alongside what is still a cottage industry.
Yeah, they have, and you can say that they have actually created their own industry, moving on from there. One fascinating thing that has always sort of enthralled me really, that they are very old, but they're because of how they're built, they've lasted the years, and they need very little maintenance. Because they're built strong, they do not need. It's more of adjusting them rather than maintaining them.
It's reassuring that the company has found that computerisation can't beat the reliability of a watchful human eye over this precision engineering on bobbins that are still laced up by hand.
Order!
Betty Boothroyd, though, the former Speaker of the House of Commons, would vote for the handmade Honiton lace. Seen on state occasions, her ruffs were one of many commissions for Pat Perryman, who's ensured her craft is known throughout the world.
It's really well known, but difficult to find if you're a collector and you're not in the UK. I think it's wonderful that they're teaching and still doing it.
I teach nationally and internationally, and it's very, very thriving. But you cannot earn your living doing it anymore. Not that they ever earned a good living, of course.
Pin money.
It's still pin money. Yes. Yeah, that's where it came from, of course. Pin money. How many pins you put in.
The impressive collection at Honiton's museum attracts visitors now from all corners of the globe. Richard Lawrence in Honiton for the West Country Tonight.